Have you ever stopped for a moment and wondered if everything around you is real? What if I told you that there's a chance your life could be just a highly advanced computer program? We'll explore the concept of living in a simulation and discuss whether it's possible to exert control within such a reality. This video aims to enlighten, entertain, and invite you to ponder the endless possibilities of our existence. Remember, the concepts we're discussing are based on theories and should be approached with an open mind. Simulation theory suggests that all we see, feel, and experience might be part of an elaborate simulation, akin to a video game created by a higher intelligence. The roots of this idea trace back to philosophical and scientific inquiries about reality and perception. Philosophers like René Descartes and later tech visionaries like Elon Musk have posited that the line between reality and simulated existence is blurrier than we might think. Descartes, in his skepticism, questioned the reality of his own existence and concluded his famous line, "I think, therefore I am." But beyond just thinking, could our entire existence be programmed? Modern proponents of simulation theory suggest that as our technology advances, creating lifelike simulations could not only become feasible, but might have already been achieved by a civilization far more advanced than ours. What supports the idea of us living in a simulation? First, consider the rapid advancements in technology. Video games today feature increasingly realistic graphics and complex interactions, vastly different from the pixelated designs of their ancestors. If technological growth continues at this rate, it's conceivable that simulations indistinguishable from reality could exist within just a few decades. Moreover, some physicists have pointed to anomalies in the laws of nature that hint at a designed environment. These include peculiarities in quantum mechanics, where particles do not have definite states unless observed. Could this be a saving feature of a simulation, reducing processing power by rendering details only when necessary? However, not everyone is on board with this idea. Critics argue that there is no direct evidence to suggest that we are living in a simulation, viewing it as more of a philosophical thought experiment than a base for scientific inquiry. They suggest that invoking advanced civilizations and hypothetical technology is not enough to substantiate the claim that our reality is simulated. If we consider the possibility of living in a simulation, we must ask ourselves, what signs or anomalies might hint at this? Some theorists suggest that glitches or inconsistencies in our world could be indicators. For example, the Mandela effect, where large groups of people remember an event differently than how it is recorded, could hypothetically suggest updates or alterations in a simulated reality. Another aspect to consider is the idea of determinism versus free will in such an environment. If our choices and actions are pre-programmed by the simulation's code, it raises profound questions about our nature and existence. Are we truly free-willed beings, or are our decisions the result of elaborate programming by an unseen creator? The implications of being in a simulation are vast and varied. Philosophically, it challenges the very notion of reality that we hold. If our world is simulated, what does that mean for our sense of self and consciousness? Are we mere avatars in a complex game, or do we possess a soul or consciousness independent of our simulated conditions? Ethically, simulation theory presents unique challenges. If we are in a simulation, to what extent do the creators have moral obligations towards us? And what are our ethical duties towards each other, knowing that our actions might be part of a predetermined script? Practically, if this theory were true, it might influence how we approach scientific inquiry. Discovering we're in a simulation could potentially unlock ways to manipulate the physical laws that govern our world, leading to technological advancements that are currently unimaginable. Given the speculative nature of controlling a simulation, let's delve into how one might begin to control their experience within this hypothetical reality. One prevailing theory centers on the power of the mind. Ancient and modern philosophies alike have long suggested that our perception strongly influences our reality. In a simulation, this concept might extend to literal control over some elements of the environment through focused thought and intention. Techniques like meditation, mindfulness, and positive affirmation are all methods used today to influence one's state of mind and environment. In the context of a simulation, these might be seen as tools to reprogram our experience or interact with the underlying code of the simulated universe. Let's consider some specific practices that might, in theory, allow one to manipulate their simulated surroundings. Lucid dreaming, for example, is a state in which the dreamer becomes aware they are dreaming and can start to exert control over the dream landscape. This concept could be analogous to gaining lucidity in the simulation, becoming aware of the artificial nature of our environment and learning to manipulate it. Reality checks, common practices among lucid dreamers, involve regularly questioning one's environment to test if they are dreaming. These could hypothetically be adapted to question the nature of our waking reality, looking for inconsistencies or patterns that might reveal its simulated nature. However, it's crucial to approach these ideas with a mix of open-minded curiosity and healthy skepticism. While it's fascinating to consider that we might have some control over a simulated reality, these theories remain unproven and should be explored with caution. The concept of living in a simulation has not only intrigued philosophers and scientists, but has also captivated the imagination of storytellers and filmmakers. From classic films to modern science fiction, the idea that our reality might be a constructed illusion is a theme that resonates deeply with audiences around the world. Think of movies like The Matrix, which explores the revelation of the true nature of reality and the protagonist's journey to manipulate and ultimately overcome it. Such stories challenge us to question the very fabric of our perceived world and the concept of fate versus free will. Beyond entertainment, simulation theory has seeped into our cultural dialogue, prompting discussions about the nature of existence and technology's role in our future. It serves as a metaphor for questioning authority and understanding our own consciousness, pushing the boundaries of how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. While it remains a philosophical and speculative topic, simulation theory has sparked debate in the scientific community about how we could potentially verify or falsify this theory. Some researchers propose that anomalies in cosmic rays could be indicative of artificiality in the structure of the universe. Others suggest developing technology that could interface with the underlying mechanisms of a simulation, assuming such mechanisms exist and could be accessible to us. Future technologies, like quantum computing and advanced artificial intelligence, might one day provide us with the tools necessary to explore these possibilities further. Whether these endeavors will lead to a better understanding of our universe or open up new realms of existential questions, only time will tell. As we ponder the possibility of living in a simulation, it's crucial to discuss the ethical implications that come with this theory. If our world is simulated, the question arises, What responsibilities do the creators of this simulation have toward its inhabitants? Should they be seen as caretakers, gods, or mere observers? This raises further queries about the rights and autonomy of simulated beings. Are they entitled to the same ethical considerations as real beings? Moreover, understanding our reality as potentially simulated could influence how we treat each other. Would knowing that your actions might be predetermined or part of a larger script change how you interact with others? These questions challenge our conventional ethical frameworks and require us to think deeply about what it means to be moral in a possibly pre-constructed world. In a world that might be simulated, the concept of personal identity becomes even more complex. Are our thoughts, feelings, and memories genuinely our own, or are they implanted by the simulation's code? This section explores the philosophical debate surrounding personal identity in a simulated environment. It examines whether knowing we are simulated changes the essence of who we believe we are. Furthermore, this scenario prompts us to consider the nature of reality itself. If we can experience a simulated world as real, it challenges the very definition of what real means. It compels us to ask if there's any practical difference between a simulated reality and a physical one if our experiences in both feel equally authentic. Looking ahead, the implications of simulation theory present both exciting prospects and formidable challenges. Technologically, the pursuit to uncover whether we are in a simulation could lead to breakthroughs in computing, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality. These advancements could, in turn, revolutionize how we interact with our world, enhance virtual experiences, and even extend our lifespans through digital realms. However, the challenges are significant. The quest to prove or disprove simulation theory could lead to ethical dilemmas, privacy concerns, and philosophical quandaries about the nature of existence. How we choose to address these issues will be crucial in shaping the future of humanity, whether we are living in a base reality or a simulation crafted by higher intelligences. Innovations in quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality might one day provide us the means to detect signs of simulation. Imagine a scenario where we can harness these technologies to peek behind the curtain of reality, searching for inconsistencies or patterns that could reveal its underlying structure. This exploration also involves considering how advancements in technology could impact our daily lives if we understand them as elements within a simulation. For example, could future technology allow us to customize our perceived realities or even escape the limitations imposed by physical laws? These possibilities are not only fascinating, but also challenge the very way we think about progress and innovation. Introducing simulation theory into educational curriculums could revolutionize the way we think about learning and knowledge. By challenging students to consider their reality as potentially simulated, we encourage critical thinking, philosophical inquiry, and a questioning of accepted truths. This approach could cultivate a generation of thinkers who are not only tech-savvy, but philosophically engaged with the implications of emerging technologies. Moreover, using simulation-based learning environments could enhance educational practices by providing students with immersive, interactive experiences that are tailored to individual learning styles. This method could make learning more engaging and effective, preparing students for a future where virtual and augmented realities are likely to be integral to daily life. The acceptance of simulation theory could have profound psychological and societal impacts. Psychologically, individuals might experience both existential dread and liberation. Dread in confronting a reality where personal agency might be limited, and liberation in perceiving life's challenges as less dire within a simulated context. Societally, if a significant portion of the population starts believing in simulation theory, it could alter social dynamics in unpredictable ways. We might see shifts in value systems where traditional goals like wealth accumulation and social status are seen as less meaningful. Alternatively, this belief could foster a greater focus on experiences and personal growth, emphasizing living a fulfilling life within the simulation. Addressing these psychological and societal changes is crucial. It involves not only understanding the direct impacts of such a paradigm shift, but also preparing to manage the broader implications for mental health and social cohesion. Remember, while fascinating, the idea of living in a simulation is currently more a thought experiment than a proven reality. It invites us to question the nature of our existence and the universe, encouraging a deeper understanding of our consciousness and the potential limits of human technology. I encourage you to dive deeper into this topic. Read about philosophical theories, watch movies inspired by these ideas, and engage in discussions that challenge your perception of reality. Who knows? You might find yourself seeing the world through a new lens. Finally, consider this. If you had the power to control or change aspects of a simulated world, what would you do differently? How would this knowledge affect your choices and your interactions with the world around you?